Did you ever just want to level up your horse to the max? But it's very time consuming and kills your motivation to do so. It's very understandable and most people can relate to. Now, there's some ways that'll make you actually touch a race. May not work for everyone, but you can at least give it a try. There's no actual way to make you do races at your own force, but consider these things that may motivate you, because that's exactly what this video is going to be about. Hey guys, it's the Broskis channel. It's just Zeke here for today. Sorry, Jinx couldn't attend today's video, so we'll just get on right to it. So, in the Broskis channel, a lot of things are gonna start coming up. New profile picture, since the profile picture is temporary, and probably editing is gonna come into this, and probably an intro. But we'll probably make the intro later, since that's probably the last thing we'll be worried about. So go ahead and share this channel to others, because there is a bright future ahead of it, and I would like, little support. That would be great. So go ahead and subscribe while you're at it. Doesn't hurt, it's free. And if you want to become a broski, yeah, just hit that subscribe button. It's pretty easy. So there is one thing about tips about racing. No one can force you to race. It's kind of just your motivation and stuff. I can't guarantee that I can spark your motivation and all, but just kind of giving tips on what sparks me and my friends, because it seems to help out us, but I hope it helps out with you too. Because racing can be difficult. Yes, because your motivation can die very easily. You just don't feel like doing it. And it's the same way with Quest. I literally can't do Quest. It kills me right whenever I click it. It's kind of the same with racing. So we'll be giving a list of stuff in this video on tips, and maybe you could try all of it, see if that helps out a little bit to, max out your horse for either dressage or racing, championships, and such. So yeah, let's get on to it. Now, the first thing I would think would kind of help you just a little bit is probably making a schedule. And for those who don't know what I mean, making up a daily basis every time you get on Star Stable. If you don't get on Star Stable too much, good luck. But for those who play every day, either because club practice, but low horse and you're in the back of the line, not everybody likes the back of the line, but um setting up a schedule. Now setting up a schedule really helps because it really helps me daily. Um so what I mean by setting up a schedule is by, either picking one place to go to, either your home stable, and you pick a certain route and you do it kind of every day. Well, I wouldn't say every day, but every time you get on, I should say. Because every time you get on, sometimes you may not immediately do quest or racing, but if you really want to work for it, and I know this probably doesn't help with the motivation and all, but setting up a schedule can actually really keep your mind going and setting up a certain goal, which is one way on how I leveled up all my horses. Not all of them, I'm still working on some. But yeah, setting up a schedule really helps and is really not messy but tidy with certain stuff. So yeah, I can give you something to also do in Star Stable. The next thing is probably just horse picking. Now, this may sound weird because you're like, oh yeah, well, I just want to level up this certain horse. What does horse picking even do? Well, horse picking is like leveling up certain horses kind of at once or planning out on a weekend. So, I will explain this more, don't worry. Say you want to level up a certain horse, which, for example, an Andalusian, like this one. But you have way more horses that you also need to level up, like, say, your quarter horse or Frisian. Well, then, usually pick certain days on the weekend, or probably make them all level 9, and then, making kind of like a little schedule, kind of. And you kind of pick certain days where each horse does daily race, like all your available races that you have. And then after that day's finished, you go on with the next day and such, and you kind of just plan it out on the week. And yes, I know school also kind of just ruins your day, but you can always just switch it like that on the weekends, especially people that are either homeschooled or something or actually have time on their hands. This helps out a lot because you can get a lot more done. It may be a bit time consuming, be aware of that, but the end process really sparks your motivation. It really hits different. So I would recommend doing this because especially like if you have a couple time on your hands and such. So you don't always have to pick like do it every day. You could kind of pick a certain week if you want to if you're really that busy. But this really does actually help. So go ahead and do this. It really does spark your motivation, especially at the end because you feel really proud of yourself and it kind of encourages you to level up more horses. It is a bit more time consuming than leveling up one horse, but at least you're spending a couple days instead of one day leveling up one horse, if that makes sense. The next way is racing management. We all have like certain races that we actually hate or just dislike doing either because they're too hard, like Paddock, or what I find Golden Leaf Stables, kind of just annoying, annoying types of race, where like they're just really difficult to do. So what I usually do that actually helps out on my daily racing is picking out certain race that are easy or that I don't actually mind doing. Others can find it hard and such. But I leave the ones that I hate or just really annoying and difficult to last. But you can set up which race you want to do each time you go somewhere or such. And it really helps out because it leaves the annoying ones out of your way until you don't really care about them until you leave them for the last second. And if you don't know how many like race you have left, here you go. You can just look there and then try to find, certain ones you should do next if you don't really know where to go after you finish a race you don't care about. And if you don't know the name of those races, it's fine. You at least you remember where they are, I hope. So yeah, racing management, I should say. That really helps a lot. And it doesn't really mess with your motivation too much, but it does actually let you touch the race and actually work on it. So I really consider doing this as well. Technically doing all of them because each people handle it differently. Another way to actually level up is obviously music. Yes, music actually helps a lot, especially your favorite songs. If you like, I know ads are a thing, but you could just set up a YouTube playlist and such, multitask during your racing, and it really actually sparks up your motivation. Music helps a lot, unless you like hate all music, which is surprising then this ain't for you. This way of helping doesn't really help you then, I guess, obviously, but it really helps motivating you, especially the beats that you enjoy a lot and you jam out. Jamming out kind of gets your mind away from the racing. I don't know if people actually notice that, but it actually really does help more than you probably think. And yeah, I listen to my music, I jam out while going through checkpoints and such. And if you miss it, oh well, the music is there to back you up. So yeah, go ahead and set up a YouTube playlist of all of your favorite songs and such, rap music, hip hop, metal, and such. Go ahead and listen to that stuff. It helps. It really helps. The next thing is probably really important. You may not focus on your tack because you're probably just there for the color, but read your tack. Your tack may be really weak. And also buy horseshoes. Like if you go to the global store, you go to horseshoes, you got these show owned. You see at the most expensive one. You click this and it shows what it gives, especially if you're looking for swiftness and agility. Like those are probably the most ones I focus on because swiftness helps out in race, dressage, and all of that. Like swiftness matters. Make sure it doesn't give one because that's useless. Or if you ever come across a quest of like the blacksmith and Moorland, he also gives you horseshoes. He gave me this horseshoe. As you can see, it has swiftness 2, strength 3, discipline, 3, agility 2. And yes, you worry about your horseshoes. Horseshoes matter. And the thing that also matters is tack. As you can see, my swiftness is 28. And yes, this horse is on max. Not every horse is on max, but if you're like a level 1 horse, it's possible that your tack can get you up to, swiftness 14, as much as a level 9 starter horse or more. So yes, tack matters. If there's any recommended tack that you're probably worrying about, I would say that I'm wearing right now is, all the Raring Racer tag. Like, they have different colors. They have these, as well as Swiftness 3. See, they give a lot. I recommend these Raring Racer saddles and pads, and especially this saddle. Like, I wear this tag because I like the color, and it gives a lot. I worry about my tag. And as you can see, this one is a good color too, but look. Some of them, you just gotta focus on the stuff and the thing. So you just gotta click, that little help thingy. So yeah, I really recommend the Raring Racer stuff. They kind of come in different colors. They got blue, they got this pink one, I got that one. Gives a lot of agility and swiftness. They got purple. Yeah, they got purple. They got like technically all the colors. And they also have matching bridles, like matching bridles that match that purple one. See, they give the same swiftness as much as a horn spike one. So yes, your tack matters. Your tack matters. It gives a lot, and so does your horseshoes. So check that out. Set a goal on which tack you should get, and would make your horse fast. Can finish some race, a certain race you're doing faster, and you go zoomy. You go zoom. So yeah, that's one of them. Last but not least is doing racing with friends. Yes, racing with friends help a lot. You don't have to suffer through the motivation alone. So yeah, having friends around just makes things interesting, especially if you're on a voice call with them. You could be talking. It gets your mind off the racing, and you don't even realize you're doing it, and it helps you. So yeah, bring your friends along with racing. It really helps, surprisingly. And who knows? You may wake up to a max horse because you didn't realize it. So yeah, find some active friends, especially that play Star Stable and such, or some online that you're really close with, or whatever friends you have, and yeah, just do some racing. It really helps more than you think. Alright guys, we made it to the end of the video. I hope these tips help. If you didn't try it yet, then go ahead and try this, because this is what actually helps me on what makes my horses level 15, especially my Frisian collection that I'm starting, and as Andalusian and such. Yeah, it really helps, and I hope you can level up all your horses to max, because yes, we need our horses to max lately. Dressage, racing, championships, and such, because yeah, that stuff really helps. So thank you for watching. If you want to become a broski, go ahead and click that red button. I know I said that at the beginning, but I'm reminding you now. Go ahead and click that bell if you just want to know. As you can see, we're kind of posting a lot, even though on school days, finish school, go ahead and watch us. Yes, we're there for you. So yeah, if you want to become a broski, go ahead. And another way to become a broski if you don't want to subscribe, just go ahead and share the video. That would be really helpful. I mean, we're still beginning out, so who knows what the future can await for us if you think about it. And we'll get Jinx on the next video, or try to, so don't worry about that. So yeah, see you next time on our next video. Goodbye.